building off of that 13-game win season, head coach David Sabat really having a nice group of guys here to work with. So far, what we've seen in preseason, a lot of speed, a lot of possession. They do have a few lanky players as well, Bruce being one of them. He gives up that ball, and Bosco is forced to play defense now in their own defensive third, and the Wolves try to maintain possession here, and they do so. As the Wolves really getting outplayed, but ultimately that doesn't matter at the end of the day. If they have more goals than you, it does not matter. So we all know that the Braves like to play possession, and they're doing the same thing here early on in this game. As ball intended for Nold is miscued, and the Wolves try to attack here. As it's finally punched out of harm's way for the Braves, and off of the right foot, it sails out of bounds from David Rodriguez. So it was a Smid Tech throw-in here on the near side of the field in the 10th minute of this contest. 1-0 your score, as it is what you don't see very often in a soccer match is a bad throw-in, and that's what the Wolves had there. And very quickly, it was a Braves throw-in and back out of bounds to the Wolves. They're playing alongside of the near field here. The pitch is still a little slippery, as that natural moisture from a field early on in the morning is here. This is the first game of the afternoon here at Bosco Tech in Rosemead. As it did not rain at all, but it is absolutely a little bit slippery on that field. We have just a few minutes left here in the first half. Your Braves are down 1-0 here against Smid Tech. The Smid Tech Wolves out of Los Angeles. Here in the Bosco Tech Winter Tournament, Winter Soccer Tournament, as Martinez now playing the lone back right now for the Braves. Headed downfield. And Lohman now along the far side of the field, trying to take on his defender. Earns a throw-in for the Braves. At midfield now, Sarmiento decides to play it all the way back to Aurelia. Nold now on possession. Has an option out wide to Martinez. Decides to go to Sarmiento. As the ball now switched fields from the Wolves. Back across to the near side of the field. Nold goes, and a very dangerous play back to his keeper. It was a low header. Of course, he could not play that back with his foot, because that would have been a dead ball and a kick to the Wolves. So a low header almost causes another mishap on that back line for the Braves, and thankfully nothing happens there. Lohman now decides to play it up top to the far side of the field. That is Torres. Back to Macias, and it'll be a Braves throw-in. So Bosco, a few things to take away from this half. They've outchanced the Smid Tech Wolves. They've had a few more shots as well, earning more possession, maintaining possession. But right now, down on the scoreboard, 1-0 here in the first half. And a little miscue there from Aurelia. And the Wolves try and capitalize, play it down the far side of the field up top, and the Braves earn the ball back. As the Wolves doing as much as they can against your Braves, and another offside call there. Nice pull at the last second by Macias to draw that player offside on the far side of the field. That was their forward, Covarrubias. Martinez now on the restart. Plays it to go along the near side of the field, and the Wolves regain possession there very quickly. And a little mishap off of the boot of Romero. Forces a Bosco throw in here. 1-0 is your score in the first half. Bosco down against the Braves. And Proust now along the near side of the field, trying to jostle for possession, using his length there. As Proust is one of the taller guys on the team, 5'11". He is a junior, so he'll be back next year as well. Noel now trying to play the ball up top to Gill, and that gets past the defenders of the Wolves, and Bosco will earn a throw and all the way down in their attacking third, as Gill now is substituted out for Alfred Molina, his first appearance of the game. As Lohman is playing on the left side of the field right now, that is the far side. And I was mentioning as he was substituted in that he has a long throw-in as far as it being a weapon. This would be an opportune time to utilize that right now. They're going with Rodriguez as Lohman stays on the far side of the field. Almost like a corner kick, if you will. They're working from left to right here in the first half. As a long throw and goes into the box and bounced off of a Wolf, and Bosco trying to regain possession here, and out of the danger area goes. So unfortunately that throw does not work, but they do still have possession, Bosco does, and right outside the box, service inside, it goes past Bruce and goes past another, and at the very last second, a collision with a Brave and a Wolf. Did not see who that was, as it was across from your Braves. That was Rodriguez on the cross. Proust trying to slip in for a toe touch there on goal, and that was Macias, I believe, and it is Macias. He's up and he's okay running back to his position. So an unlucky bounce there as the ball really skipped across the field at the last second, right past Proust and ultimately Macias. Goal kick goes, and Bosco regains possession there. His ball is knocked out wide for a Bosco throw-in. In the third minute, 3 minutes left here, I should say, in the first half. Thrown for Bosco. As Noel now decides to switch the field to Aurelio. And it looks like somewhat of a sloppy foul there from Bosco on the far side of the field by Lohman. Will be Wolves' free kick. 1-0 your score here. Just a few minutes left to go in the first half from the Bosco Tech Winter Tech Soccer Tournament preseason games here for your Bosco Braves. As they're down right now 1-0 against the Smid Tech Wolves out of LA. And the new sub, Molina, tries to go one-on-one with his defender, and they earn a throw in here with just a few minutes left in the first half. As Martinez now on the throw inside the box, and Proust wins that ball and decides to try and go around his defender, and they'll earn their second corner of the match. And it will be Rodriguez on the corner, the senior for your Braves. 1-0 is your score as the Wolves struck early on in the half, ultimately making it a 2-on-1 break after a little breakdown defensively from the Braves. Now a short corner for the Braves as Rodriguez takes the short corner and tries to serve it inside the box. That is deflected out for a Braves throw-in. As he's looking for weapons inside the box, decides to have a go and flicked on. Landing the Lohman on the far side. Another touch. And just hit out from the keeper, Aurelio, and a player down here for your Braves. The ball was knocked from Lohman on the backside, and it looks like it is Proust. And he is okay. He's walking. Probably just got a little winded there. So it will be Braves ball right outside the 18-yard box. And an opportune time here to try and put it on net, as it is an indirect kick right outside the box on the near side of the field, as Aurelia and Rodriguez stand over the ball. Martinez now joins them. It is an indirect kick with under a minute left to play here, as it is a left foot attempt and right off the goal. But the putback from Proust is going to be offsides. And right now the players arguing because the goal was unallowed or disallowed because an offsides call, but ultimately an indirect kick, it has to touch another player before it enters the net. So Bosco touched the ball before they actually took the free kick, sailed. The keeper touched it, making it a live ball, of course, and they put it in the back of the net. And the assistant referee calls it offside. So somewhat of a missed call there from the sideline referee, and another late call or a late foul here. That one committed by Barrera. That was on Proust. So still in a decent range here for this foul right at midfield, or the center of the field, I should say. It's about 35 yards out. So still a danger area for the Wolves playing defense here. Unfortunately, the last Bosco goal was disallowed after an offsides call. So Aurelia and Rodriguez over the ball, and it is Aurelia decides to have a go, and that's over the net and actually hits the field goal post as the first half winds down here from the Bosco Tech Winter Tech Tournament, a preseason tournament for your St. John Bosco Braves, down to the Smid Tech Wolves, 1-0 here at halftime. You're listening to live action on Spreaker.com's National Sports Radio. We'll be back after halftime.
Welcome to Mix Masters, your number one choice for studio recording and post-production audio since 1999. Conveniently located in North Long Beach, California, near the 710 and 91 freeways. We are the one-stop shop for mixtapes, original beats, ghostwriting, audio mastering, graphic design, and CD duplication. Our pricing starts as low as $20 an hour, and all new customers get their first hour free. Featuring a friendly staff of skilled engineers, the most convenient hours available, and welcoming guests of all ages and skill levels. You can even leave with a DVD video of your session. So text or call for an appointment today at 562-355-2302. That's 562-355-2302. Or hit us up on Facebook at www.facebook.com/MixmastersLongBeach. Mixing business with pleasure.